right, happy Friday, vinyl community people. It's Mike, MGK Boston, back with another video. Today it is a contest entry. I've been thinking long and hard about this one. I do a lot of math in my day-to-day activities at work. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do part 2 of this challenge. It's mathematically related. There's been a lot of good guesses, but I'll throw in to the best of my ability with that. But this contest, I should say, is for one of my good friends from Chicagoland. There's my terrible Chicago accent. Of course, I'm talking about Steve at All the World's a Stage. He cranks out videos like, I don't know, rapid fire these days. Does a great job of it too. I've been enjoying his 5 years in the life of various bands. That's really good. Very informative, Steve. Excellent work. But to the contest. So Steve's celebrating. He just hit the 500 subscribers milestone, which is pretty cool. I just hit 600. I never asked for subscribers, but I will if I have a contest. And I'm going to be having one soon, a little teaser. This is going to be another Patty collaboration. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, more onto Steve here. So he wants us to rank the first 8, the 8 studio albums by Led Zeppelin. I don't have all of them, but I'm pretty familiar with all of them. I had them all at one point. In fact, one of them, I knew I have it, but it's misfiled. And don't you hate when that happens? When you're trying to put a video together and it's like, where is it? But I can't find it. Doesn't matter. I can get through this. So anyway, 8. So we're going to kick off with number 8, of course. That's Presence. I don't know. It's kind of clunky at points, but then it really works on songs like Achilles' Last Stand, which kicks it off. Of course, Nobody's Fault But Mine is great. But, you know, it just feels, Candy Store Rock's okay, but that's why this is number 8. It's just not my favorite. Led Zeppelin, let me say a disclaimer right out of the gate here. They made no bad records. I mean, there's a reason Steve's able to run a contest like this, and so many people have already responded because so many people have their catalog, and they have it for good reason, right? Just because it's good. So anyway, right here, Presence, number 8. Number 7, I gotta look at my notes here. Remind me, we've got, sorry, a little technical difficulties. In Through the Outdoor right here. Here it is on vinyl, and here it is on compact disc, just for redundancy. Of course, this is a really good one too. I should point out, I listened to every single album, and if I didn't have it, I streamed it over the past 9 or 10 days just to refresh my memory, because Zeppelin's a band that if you used to listen to a lot of classic rock FM like I used to do, I'm pretty much straight up college radio now. You know, you heard Led Zeppelin to death. Not always the deep cuts, of course, because program directors aren't that creative in corporate FM these days, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, In Through the Outdoor, coming in at number 7. In the Evening is one of my favorite Led Zeppelin songs. It's amazing. Fool in the Rain, Carousel Ambra. When you have the record, that's actually kicks off side 2. And yeah, it's just great. And it's In Through the Outdoor. All right, what do we have coming in at number 6? Physical Graffiti. I don't have it, but I mean, you know the songs, the key tracks. When the Levee Breaks, Houses of the Holy, Trampled Underfoot, and of course Kashmir. And Kashmir, I should point out, just as a substitute, this is a record that came out in around 2001, 2002. It's called Symphonic Led Zeppelin. It's the London Philharmonic Orchestra doing Led Zeppelin music. And it's all done, scored and arranged by Jazz Coleman, and produced by Jazz Coleman and Youth. They're 2 dudes from Killing Joke, right? So PC31, Vinyl Policeman, I know he's a big Killing Joke fan. Probably dig that little bit of trivia. And there's an excellent version. I just mentioned the song Kashmir, of course, from Physical Graffiti. And there it is, track 2 on this, the Symphonic Led Zeppelin. Really cool. If you ever see that, I don't think that's ever been released on vinyl, but it's a really good listen. All right, moving on to number 5. Yes. All right, what do we have? We have Houses of the Holy, and I do have a copy of that, however, on compact disc. There it is. There's another one with some great moments. Of course, song remains the same. Over the Hills and Far Away, Dancing Days, Dire Maker. I love No Quarter. And I have a live version of it on this, which is also very good. I think it's on this one. Is there a live version of No Quarter? No, I guess I'm thinking of something else. I don't see it on here. But this is also very good. That's the BBC Sessions like it says on the bottom there, and that's a double CD set right there. Yeah, I don't know where I'm thinking of that live version in No Quarter, but it doesn't matter. It's a great song, and it's on Houses of the Holy, coming in at number 5. All right, what do we got? Number 4 is Zeppelin 4. That's the one I said at the beginning of this video that I have it. It's misfiled. It's somewhere. It's on the roof. I don't know. I just can't. It's not in arm's length right now for this video. So Zeppelin 4 coming in at number 4. And yeah, we're really in the numbers here. Not to confuse you, but this is number 3. But it's Led Zeppelin 2 right here. So yeah, great, great, great. Everybody shows the gatefold. Yeah, there it is on the inside. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, a whole lot of love. What is and what should never be. The Lemon Song. Thank you. Heartbreaker. You know it all. It's great. And it's Zeppelin 2 coming in at number 3. All right, number 2. Got Zeppelin 1. Got an LP copy. There's a CD copy right there. From the CD library of yours truly. So there's the guys on the back right there. I mean, this is rock and roll straight up, right? Good times, bad times. That's 2 minutes and 43 seconds of jackhammer rock and roll. It's just coming right at you. It just boom. And then closing outside one with Dazed and Confused. I mean, this is just terrific. And it's but it's not terrific enough to be number 1. It's number 2. And number 1, this is probably gonna shock y'all, and you know what it is already because you've been keeping track. This is Led Zeppelin 3. Again, I mentioned Mike PC31. I think this might have been his number 1. I watched his video the other day, but you know, I'm getting older. My short-term memory isn't what it used to be. But anyway, it's Zeppelin 3. I listened to them all, like I said, over the past 9 or 10 days, and I got to tell you, there's just something about this that rings true with me. Tangerine is just, yeah, that's easily in my top 5 Led Zeppelin songs, and it's a short one. It's only 3 minutes, 12 seconds. That's the way. That's just a beautiful song. Play that at my funeral, right? Hopefully that's not for a while, though. All right, so part 2 of this contest, and Steve, you can either qualify me for this or disqualify me for this. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and you have to somehow tie the number 500 to Led Zeppelin. I went through a couple of calculus-like, you know, formulaic simulations, and I came up with double zeros. So I'm going to guess that Steve is eventually shooting for 500 shoutouts to Sam St. John. That has no ties to Led Zeppelin, but anyway, yeah, for bonus points, I can't do that 500, man. All right, I'm just going to show some Robert Plant solo stuff. These are in order. This is my favorite. And going back to this album, In Through the Outdoor, their final album, I would say it was the perfect precursor for Robert Plant's debut solo album, Pictures at 11. The year release on this one, 1982. It sounds just like this album, only even a little better, I would say. He finds his own way here with a new band. Burning Down One Side, look up that. That's the opening track of this. It's great. Slow Dancer is probably my favorite song on this one, and it's probably the best song on this one. So there you go. Robert Plant's solo debut. I don't have his second album, but I do have the third, Shaken and Stirred. It sucks. It's terrible. But I'm a bit of a completist, and I was buying these all on CD in the 90s when I was really going hard on CDs. Oddly enough, not in all cases is the single the best song on a record, but in this case, Little by Little is pretty much the only listenable song on this. This just sounds very 80s synthy, and it just doesn't work with Robert Plant's voice. That's my quick assessment on that. Then the follow-up was much better, Now and Zen. This one, Heaven Knows. Tall Cool One's great. I'm going to have a couple of Tall Cool Ones shortly here. Ship of Fools is a really great ballad on this one. Again, this is his 4th studio release, 1988, and it's Now and Zen. Ah, yes. Manic Nirvana, release date on this one, 1990. Hurtin' Kind's a good one on here. She Said, Tie-Dye on the Highway. That's another cool tune right there, but that's Manic Nirvana. Great cover art on that one. There he is. The great Robert Plant. Fate of Nations, 1993. A couple of good ones on this one, too. Calling to You was played on the radio quite a bit. 29 Palms was a really excellent single on this. That's a great song. Just very radio friendly. Shows how he was getting older and he was mellowing out a bit. He wasn't quite ready for hitting the stage with Alison Krauss yet, but 29 Palms is pretty mellow, but it's a good one. No Quarter, he got back here with Jimmy Page. They cashed in on the whole Unplugged thing with MTV, although I don't believe this was associated with MTV, but this is an Unplugged set. And yeah, I mean, it's a bunch of Zeppelin tunes on here. 4 sticks, no quarter. There's a live version on here that's very good. I mentioned a live version I was looking for. I think it might have been this one because this is a stripped down version. Nobody's fault but mine. Yeah, this is really good. Now they are together again in 1994. Skip ahead a few years. This is pretty much an album of cover versions. This came out in 2002. Let's see here. Yeah, so, oh, my old eyes here. Darkness, Darkness is a great cover of a Jesse Colin Young song. One More Cup of Coffee, that's a Bob Dylan tune he does on here. Tim Buckley, Song to the Siren. That is great. There's, of course, the lyrics to Song to the Siren right there. So This Mortal Coil, a band on the 4AD label in the late 80s, they do also another great version of Song to the Siren. But Robert Plant does it really, really, probably the best cover I've ever heard of that tune, and it's on here. So yeah, this is great. If you like covers and you like Robert Plant, seek this one out. It's called Dreamland from 2002. And that was it for Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant related. And then I'll just show this real quick. It's live at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles, California. Of course, it's Jimmy Page playing with the Black Crowes. And this is a 2 CD set. There we are. And there's Jimmy right there. There's Chris Robinson. And yeah, there's Chris Robinson right there on the mic. There's some cool shots on the inside. There's Chris Robinson again. There's great Jimmy Page right there. Awesome. Yeah, that's a really good live album. Really nice double CD set. I don't know if that's ever been reissued on vinyl, but if it has, I would say get it. This is really good stuff. I have a ton of Black Crowes stuff too. So that's why I pretty much picked this up, because it was Black Crowes with Jimmy Page. It was a recipe for fun, and there you have it. So I should say, back to Zeppelin 4, a little side trivia on that one. That was coming in at number 3 on my rankings, on my ranking rather. This is one ranking. Stairway to Heaven. You've all heard it a million times, so have I, but yet 20 years ago this November, it was the first song at our wedding reception. So it was a trade-off with, there she is. That's Patty right there. My girlfriend, oh, my wife now. Yeah, so the compromise here, we had to have, what am I saying? Christine McVie, Songbird. So we had Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven, and then we had Fleetwood Mac, Songbird, back to back. You know, other people started dancing at that point, dancing, romancing, if you will, slow dancing. And yeah, that was just a little side trivia there about Led Zeppelin and Fleetwood Mac for some reason. So anyway, Steve, I hope you dig this video. I hope you all like this video, and I'm going to leave a link to Steve's channel. Of course, for his contest where he kicks it off. I think he started it, like I said, but I want to say he started it about 9 or 10 days ago, before last weekend at least. But anyway, All the World's a Stage. Get over there and subscribe. Say hi. Tell him MGK sent you. He's a great guy over there, Steve, and he sent me great VCLT. Just a really cool person. I wish I lived nearby. We'd be getting together, having a couple of tall, cool ones tonight. Anyway, folks, I'll see you in the next video.